Mrs. Huang, welcome to Fortune Italia. As a Harvard Business School professor, you know what workplace prejudice means. What are the processes that a company must adopt to eliminate these biases from its decision-making process?
I mean, there's a lot that organizations have been trying to do. We've been having these conversations for a very long time. And so a lot of the efforts have been around things like more equitable workplace hiring practices, even having things like AI to help us do hiring. We've been looking at trying to address the leaky pipeline, trying to get more women in positions of power and executive functions. And I think all of these solutions have been what I call outside-in solutions. They're things that we're doing at the corporate level and trying to build into organizations for individuals within the organizations. But what's really needed, I think, is also an inside-out perspective, where even employees within the organization feel like they are empowered. So it's not like we're saying to them, just wait while we try and fix things from the corporate level. So when we're able to empower individuals from the inside, when individuals feel like they have an edge, that's when we can stop having conversations about inclusion and diversity and equity. And it's really just a part of the fabric of an organization where when employees have an edge, that's really what we mean by having an inclusive environment where everyone feels like they can be participating, that they're able to provide value, and we're, as an organization, as teams, and as individuals, thriving.
What are your best advices for women who are trying to succeed despite other perceptions or prejudices?
So I think for women, I think it's remembering what are the unique talents that have gotten you to where you are and that are going to propel you further. A lot of times as women, what happens is we think about the things that we have accomplished, and we're trying to portray those skills, those talents, those experiences, not thinking that what people are really trying to understand is how do those skills, those talents, those experiences lead us to something in the future. So outlining that trajectory, talking about what is that path, that narrative, that trajectory for the future is what can allow people to also see the value you provide.
In the book Edge, Turning the Adversity into Advantage, you talk about controlling how others see you. Is there any example you can give us?
There's so many ways that we can think about how others see us. I mean, I'll just give you a quick story. One quick story is that when I first became a professor, people would give me this advice. They would say, you need to network. You need to meet lots of people. It's important for you to meet the senior members of the faculty. It's important for you to meet the dean, all of these people. And, some people are okay with networking and doing that, but we also have our unique ways of networking. And so what I very quickly realized was that rather than getting to know someone through these inorganic ways, there were ways that felt very more connected to who I was. Joining a committee, being able to express my opinions where they were forced to get to know me, rather than me trying to impose upon them. I think as women, it's really important to be able to know what works, what doesn't work, what has worked in the beginning, what hasn't worked, and so on and so forth, so that we can carve that path for ourselves and do it in a really authentic and empowering way.